Hello viewers, I'm SB, and welcome back to the Dark Elves not ever allowing us to have nice things here in Total War Warhammer 2. I guess, let's get to this. Before we get into the video proper, I just want to say thank you to everybody who had nice things to say over the holiday break. All your support was really, touching, genuinely heartwarming. It was helpful. Something I needed. But enough about my difficulties. Let's talk about elf difficulties. So, they have a lot of ranged here. These guys are ranged. Are these? Yeah, that's a crossbow, right? And they've got some archers and stuff. But for the most part, maybe not for the most part, but there's a lot of melee here. A lot of exclusively melee troops. So, that's good for us, in the sense that we're going to get to deal a lot of damage on the walls without taking a lot of damage. Once they climb up, they don't have their super elite units, although these Harganeth executioners are certainly not bad. They have some charging cavalry, some lance cavalry, but most of our guys are spear guys, so good against horse units. Honestly, I think we should be able to do some real damage here. We might be able to win this, even. Maybe that's a little premature, but honestly, we should be able to do some good work here. Now, unfortunately, they have had a turn to build, I think a couple of turns, actually, to build siege equipment, so we're going to see probably some towers. They might just go for rams, but I would bet that they built towers. If I were them in this situation, I would build towers. Tor Anrock, I think, has a level 4 defensive structure, so actually, if they only built a couple of towers, we might be able to do some... We might be able to kill one or two. Because I think we have upgraded tower projectiles. No towers. They built 2 rams. Okay. Alright, they built 2 rams, and they built them both over here. They don't have any siege weapons or any monstrous creatures or anything, so they're going to be completely reliant on the rams to get through. So what's the best version of this for me? First of all, I'm going to move the chariots up closer to the front. Because they're missile chariots, I'm not sure that they'll be able to fire over the walls, but we have definitely seen units fire arcing shots over the walls before. Let's give them a chance at least, right? And then the enemy has no flyers or anything. We don't have any particular reason to hold units all the way back at the square.
Silver helms.
So let's do what we did not that long ago, where we just have our units of cavalry in position to charge people coming through the gates or down off the walls. We do still have to pay a little bit of attention over here because they're coming. But we don't have to... This area doesn't have to be stacked super deep. We definitely should not be allowing towers to go unmanned over here while we're stacking people on the wall over there. Now let's do this. We should have a unit of Sea Guard here. Yeah, the range is such that they'll be able to get some good firing time in.
It shall be done.
White lions.
Lothern Seaguard.
It shall be done.
Alright, this is the Witch Elves on this side. Witch Elves obviously do not fare terribly well against arrow fire, so let's make sure that we have people in range to deal with that. Alright, I think we're about as ready as we're getting. We probably don't need white lions here. There's not going to be anybody coming through the center gate. Or over that part of the wall, either. Okay. Yeah, I think we have enough troops over there. Right, and as always, as soon as we take control of the towers, we're going to pause again and get proper targeting here. So, what do we have over here? I think This tower probably should focus on the missile cavalry. I don't know how much we'll actually get to hit them, because obviously they're going to ride, but... These towers should probably focus on the executioners. Probably the same executioners. Just hit whatever you can. Okay, now the question is, are we going to try to destroy the rams? Because we might be able to, but also we might not. And if we fail to destroy the rams... Oh, that's right, Vol's hammer works on siege equipment. What I was going to say is if we can't destroy both the rams, it doesn't really make sense to focus on them. But maybe we can destroy both the rams thanks to Vol's hammer. Actually, you know what? Well, whatever. Let's see how that works out. Okay, so Vol's hammer did about half. We can destroy this ram. We're not going to be able to get both of them, I don't think. Let's see how much damage the towers are doing. Well, they do have to not miss. Okay, well, we're at least hitting executioners firing at that ram. Oh, that's right. Shades are invisible. They do have troops in the middle. I forgot about that. Okay, well, I think we might get this ram. We might not. Man. Lothar and Seaguard have really good range. For these guys to be able to shoot over here. Focus on the witch elves. You're not focusing very well. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get even one of the rams. That's a shame. We are messing up that unit of executioners at least.
As you say, we will obey.
Focus on the missile cav. Just trying to make sure that they can't fire back effectively. Okay, it looks like the chariots can't arc fire over the walls. That's a shame. All right, we're breaking them.
Northern Sea Guard.
Understood. You're it there.
All right, we need a little bit of support over here, and we could just bring cavalry over. Actually, let's have the chariots come over. We can probably hit the witch elves that are up on the walls. And then let's have these guys come over to the center gate area. I guess you guys stand here. I want these guys back where they can get a little charge on. And it looks like this part of the battle is pretty much over. So let's... Okay. Come on, all you have to do is keep the damn ram off the walls for a couple more seconds until I can Vol's hammer it. Actually, the Vol's hammer's not. The ram is at full health. Never mind. But if we can get a lot of arrow fire on these executioners, I'm not exactly sure how possible it is to stop a ram by injuring the unit that it's part of. That didn't have any effect. I was kind of hoping it would, hurt them, or I don't know. I guess if we really eliminate if we really damage the morale of the unit, then that would probably stop the ram. But they're gonna get through. Okay, this is working. We're getting these guys, getting these witch elves down. Alright, I imagine white lions are probably pretty good at fighting shades. Oh, that didn't take long. I mean, battering rams are good at what they do. We've done some serious work over here, though.
Northern Sea Guard. It shall be done. Noble.
Silver helms.
This ought to be pretty alright. Oh, they're purple. What a time for them to go purple. The instant they get through the wall. And we're cycle charging.
This is
As you say. As you say.
We broke these guys down enough that I'm not sure it's going to matter they got through the gate.
Death to all.
They're retreating into the city, so when they recover, they could be a threat. We got to make sure that we do some damage here.
For duty.
Some damage on these horses before they get through.
Silver helms. At once.
Oh, magic. You show them.
Northern Sea Guard.
Are you guys firing? What's going on here? Oh, I guess we're actually starting to get a little bit low on ammo. Okay, these are the Sea Guard who retreated from the wall. Okay, so these White Lions have beaten a unit of Shades and a unit of Executioners. White Lions are alright. They are okay fighters. Now, let's have these two... I guess I'm going to have this unit that has more ammo can come over here so that they can fire onto the wall and also into the courtyard if they have to. And these guys should try to get over here and take up... Actually, they should try to get over here and take up this tower. Why don't we make this your job? Okay.
Northern Sea Guard.
Yeah, we're actually
For duty. For duty.
we're actually pretty much winning here. Trying to make sure these guys break all the way. I don't need them regaining control inside the city. And their lord is losing to our lord pretty handily. High elves feel overpowered to me. You guys
Swiftly. Forward.
get out of there.
For duty. For
Honestly, you guys get out of there.
We away.
Oh, I guess we do have stuff to shoot at up here on the walls. Oh, look at that. Their morale, their army-wide morale just dropped. Did we defeat their lord? Or did their lord... Oh, their lord broke. Well, okay. I thought we had a chance there. But I didn't think it was going to go as smoothly as it did. Well, good. I'm really glad we didn't lose Toranrock there. That would have been very annoying. Okay, so now that we have Toranrock defended, this army's broken. It's not really a threat to any of our settlements anymore, I don't think. We don't need to be running two armies over here. I guess I'm going to take replenishment. It doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, that's right. Those two armies have to come down here and deal with lizardmen. I forgot about that. This is what happens when I take a little bit of time off. I completely forget what a terrible position I'm in. So yeah, both of those armies have to turn around. And then, once we run off these Hexawaddle armies, we can actually start our 5th ritual, probably. Alright, a lot of this stuff is not strictly relevant to what we're doing. I don't suppose Tor Elisor wants to maybe, like, help out? Come over here and fight some lizards for me or something? Probably not. Also, we stole this Dragonbane gem, but that's not useful. Alright, so some tiny supplemental army has declared war on Hexoatl. That's fine. Maybe it'll give some of Hexoatl's armies something to do. Okay, the good news is... Ooh, what is this? Hero action success chance up for our characters. Okay. Oh, he's almost immortal.
Lethal grace given form.
They're probably going to Val's Anvil, right? Can't imagine where else they'd be.
Defender of the Aesir.
So do I want to run one of these armies up here still? Probably not. It's probably best that we travel together.
Duty calls.
Okay. So Tyrion's probably not needed in the south.
Going ashore.
Let's have him in Gaean Vale. This situation is under control. Hold on. Let's just go over my armies one by one. Tyrion's doing what he needs to be doing. Alistair's working. Kiriella probably has to stay right there.
I serve the Phoenix King.
Rodrin was headed to the White Tower.
Entering the city.
Yeah, which she should keep doing.
Princess of Ulster.
Anoril's doing what she needs to be doing. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. Then I have a bunch of heroes who haven't moved and also won't.
Answers to me.
Yep, you guys are doing important work. We're really not ready for this yet.
By the White Tower.
So let's pop over to Tor Ivres, make sure that we're... Sardaneth probably needs level 3 walls right now, but we had to focus on things that make us money. Sardaneth will get its walls. Alright, uneventful turns while we wait for the Lizard Man menace to resolve itself. Honestly, these probably will be the last armies we'll see from Hexoatl. Remember, these were last defender armies, sent north by a last defender player who didn't have anything better to do. Hexoatl has better stuff to do. They have dark elves on their shores. Okay, he stopped really close to the beach. We can probably take him with our 2 armies combined. We have very good auto-resolve. Alright, we probably should not fast forward until after Nagaron finishes their turn, because I want to see what they're doing. So they're keeping their Black Arcs in harassment range, which is, you know, what they've been doing all game. Not too worried about that. This kind of stuff is what I'm worried about. They have Sinif Griefbringer, who has been in my land constantly. Over there. Oh, you know what they might be doing here is they might be running Sihori over to a place where she can get within reinforcement range of the Black Arc. And I probably don't want to send Kiriella down here because the moment Kiriella leaves the Shrine of Cain, Sinif Griefbringer is going to show up. Maybe not. And you know what? The Shrine of Cain can probably weather an attack from a single stack. Yeah, the whole world is going to hell. Everybody hates everybody. Yeah, you know, we could probably bring Kiriella down here. I think it should be fine. Charge bonus plus 20 for all armies. Okay.
Lethal grace given form. I will see to it.
I don't think we can quite attack them this turn. That's a shame.
Subject. For the Phoenix King.
I'm a little worried that I'm going to click this button and it's not going to... Right, if I click on them, we might be able to run over there and make combat happen. But I'm a little worried that if I try, it's going to put her in the water but not start the combat, and then they're going to be able to double team. Maybe what we should do here is just go near the coast and go into ambush mode.
Assyrian guides us.
This probably doesn't work,
Ready to attack.
but I'm going to try it. Ambush mode is remarkably effective against the computer in some cases. You gotta get Alistair a proper, like, dragon mount. Alright, let's see if they just walk into that. That would be cool. We could probably turn off hero notifications at this point, I guess. I don't really need my heroes who are loose to be generating. How much is proper walls? 2,400. So we'll be able to do it next turn. Are there any... Okay, there are a couple of sea ruins over here. We could grab these, maybe, with these armies. Come on, fall for the ambush. Do it. Just come on shore. Just come on shore. It's perfectly safe. Lizardmen have to hate ocean travel, right? Oh, do it. Do it. Oh, you coward. You'll notice we did not get an ambush foiled notification. Or maybe they're leaving entirely. Nagarond has started up another Black Ark. Yeah, maybe now that Hexawaddle's in control of them, they're not coming for us anymore. We're just gonna steer them off to fight Dark Elves. That would be pretty cool. Okay. Well, now we have to deal with that. They settled those ruins. What a bunch of jerks. Alright. How do I want to deal with that? We don't have any armies that are near that. And I can't afford to have another army, and I can't really afford to... Yeah, it's going to have to be Curiella. I didn't move her last turn, because I was kind of curious what this army was going to do, but she's just going to have to go down there. The Shrine of Cain will have to defend itself. It should be able to. It should be able to beat a single stack. Because the Shrine of Cain is considerably better defended than Tor Anrock was. Alright. These guys could still make landfall and wreck up Tor Sathai.
Where now? We shall not rest.
What's the fastest way to Highvale? It's probably through the Salvation Isles, right? Yeah. Alright, well, that's 3 turns of movement. Alright, let's turn off hero not moved notifications. How close are these guys to their ritual? 5 turns remaining? Ugh, alright. Well, that's probably going to be this video, huh? Or they lost one of their ritual sites, didn't they? Did they ever get it back? No, okay, so their ritual is just going to fail, that's right. In fact, they've lost 2 of their ritual sites, and they are almost eliminated from the game, I think. There's some stuff down here, I think. Although Tor Elisor is doing a fine job of breaking that up. How do these guys feel about us?
Reek of anguish.
They do not...
Hopelessness.
They do not care for me.
Let us parley.
Alright, well... Yeah, enemies everywhere.
How can I assist you? Ready to march.
We march on.
Here's what I think we should do. Let's send somebody back to Lothern. We're gonna need to be ready to pop the ritual pretty soon. But I'm gonna have Anaril head up this way for the moment. We're keeping an eye on these lizard men. We're also being ready to support in case something goes weird with Highvale. Alright, let's put proper walls up at Sardath. Just in case some of the ritual armies spawn in Northern Yvresse again, we once again want to have effective speed bumps. I can't believe they haven't even bothered to build walls. Even if Hexoatl did manage to get their ritual off, I think we would be able to beat them in the event battle. I think it would be easier than the Dark Elf one was, but I'm glad that we don't have to worry about it because it means I don't have to let one of my armies get injured and then let it replenish. So we could resettle White Peak with Anaril's army. That might be worth doing. Because it would, first of all, give us the ability to make a commandment in Tor Anrock. Tor Anrock produces a lot of money, has a port and a gold mine. So that that plus money commandment would not necessarily, would not be a bad idea. Plus tax rate, I mean. And then that gives us an additional city for invaders to get stuck on. Probably it is the case that nothing anybody else does is going to be relevant to us. We just got to keep an eye on these two other player factions, really. We should double-check all our trade stuff, too. It may be the case that people we were trading with, who we lost our contracts with, have regained a port or something. Let's check and make sure we are getting the maximum amount of trade we could be getting. Okay, here we go. The Spine of Sotek Dwarfs.
You may speak before my shield. Nope.
That's right. We didn't have an agreement with them, but we were trying to get one. Okay, the Hung Warband's not going to trade with us. Okay. Well, I don't think we have any other important stuff to do with our influence at this moment. So let's just everything in our power.
For action.
Part of me running up the coast here is just keeping these lizard men honest. If we are undefended, I could totally see them deciding to run in and grab White Peak or something. If we're here, they'll probably just keep going wherever it is they're going. Alright, we don't have the money to build the towers in Trilinia yet. Man, we need more money.
Ready to serve. It shall be done.
Alariel's champion. It shall be done.
What tech are we doing here? Alright, that's fine, I guess. I'm trying to think. It might be next turn. It might be next turn that we pop the next ritual. Let's see how things work out here. Alright, I think we're, yeah, I think our country is mostly under our control now. All these mountains and stuff, it's just... Ulthuan is very oddly shaped, and it's hard to maintain control of the whole thing with a small number of armies. Alright, Krupgar, you just keep heading over to Nagarond over there. Okay, good. it would be really, really cool if these guys could keep the Dark Elves off our back during the ritual. Yeah, I think this coming turn, it might be time. I'm a little nervous about it. I know that the beginning of the last ritual was very difficult in our Scroll campaign, and I feel like I had much better control over my territory there. But I suppose here, we're not going to have to fight the new ritual armies plus 6 stacks of Dark Elves at the same time, which is what happened there. We'll probably be fine. Each of my ritual settlements has a pretty large army in it. These guys are clearly coming for us, but I think we're ready. Also, there might be a collision in the sea.
Champion of the Ever.
What's up? Military alliance. Absolutely not. Under no circumstances. Yeah, hopefully these two armies will meet in the sea and will grind each other to paste. Paste that does not float. Albion isn't... All these are just sitting empty now, really? How'd that even happen? Why are they not owned? I wonder if they're actually empty or if they maybe are Skaven? Skaven settlements appear to other factions as ruins. So maybe some Skaven have been walking up the side of the map while we're not paying attention. It's not impossible.
What would you have of me?
Can you get to High Vale this turn? No. You can get close, which we will do.
Awaiting orders.
Foolish request.
Defender of the Aesir.
Maybe I should just resettle White Peak. And if I resettle White Peak, this army is not going to be in fighting shape. Yeah, I'll leave it empty for now.
Onward.
We'll come over here, we'll make sure this gets done, and then these two are in position to move in on any ritual armies that spawn. We do not have time to get another meaningful tech done, probably. I mean, we'll finish a tech during the ritual. So what would be relevant? Recruit rank is not terribly important at this point in the game. Mounted unit speed is okay. An upkeep reduction would not be bad either. We actually do have silver helms, so melee attack and charge bonus up. We don't have a lot of them. But maybe at this point we just take Teachings of Hoeth, like... Yeah, alright.
We are the guardians of order.
Let's wait one more turn. We can resolve this Dark Elf thing. And I want to see what happens here. I know there's never going to be a perfect moment. It's never going to be like, all of our stuff is ready, all of our armies are in great positions, and there are no enemies anywhere. But I'm a little nervous about this. If the ritual army spawned over here, and then that army made landfall behind them, like, that could be a real problem. I'm not entirely secure about these Lizardmen armies and what they're doing either. Alright, come on. Enemy, you see enemy, go fight them. No. Well, at least he's going directly away from Lothern at this point. It does kind of seem like the Black Arcs are just sailing around at random, doesn't it? I don't know anything about Black Arcs in the lore. Maybe they don't have very good navigational systems? They just kind of bounce around the ocean arbitrarily. as ever, our enemies, who are at war with each other, have no interest in fighting each other. And these guys are clearly headed for Val's Anvil. The cowardice. Well, it'll be trivial for us to take Highvale. We won't have to worry about the army that does that having to rebuild itself or anything. Let's check in with the spine of Sotek dwarves and see if they've come to their senses on this trade agreement thing. God, an extra 3,000 gold per turn would be very, very relevant right now.
What? My throng stands ready.
Huh.
Do not disappoint me.
What negative stuff increased? Oh, I wonder if they... Our treaties with the Order of the Lord Masters or Tor Elisor might have been... Well, shoot. Yeah, our treaties might be responsible for that sudden drop.
We stand ready for action.
For order!
I guess we reclaim Highvale with no losses. 14. 14 dead against 500 enemies. Yeah, occupy it. Oh good, another Dragonbane gem. Just what I needed. Okay, we probably ought to put you on a horse so that you can get out of the way when people try to kill you. Oh, wait. Hell yeah, Curiella, get some better dragon. I'm down with that.
No.
So this army is still too small to really be meaningful. They could go and resettle White Peak, which actually would be really good for us. I'd much rather take White Peak from them than resettle it myself.
Moving out.
So let's put a little pressure on them, see if we can compel them down that way. And this puts her in a better position to respond to this nonsense as well. We have a really good garrison here, with multiple dragons in it.
Ridiculous.
This stack could land on, like, try to go to Kalidor's Repose, where there's only a 13-unit garrison, although Kalidor's Repose is in a single move from Lothern. I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. So Trelinia's 2 turns off from having walls. The tower will be able to start construction on walls next turn. Yeah, bummer. Unless somebody is within range of a sea ruin right now. Yeah, you know what? So we're not starting the ritual this turn. I'm going to do this so that we can start building walls of the tower this turn. Let's take a battle improvement. Like the whole army has frenzy? Your escapades on the high seas have lumbered your army with a curse, losing their sanity in a blood-induced frenzy. By the way, frenzy is purely positive as far as I'm aware. And the rare Bow of the Seafarer. Missile damage up. And it gives a magic missile. Wow, that's pretty cool. It's not money, which is what I was hoping for. I don't know that... I feel like money is extremely common from those, even just like a little bit. Alright, well, I guess head back toward Lothern. That's a pretty cool bow, though. Do we have a...
Time is of the essence.
You have an alright weapon. I'm going to give her this bow. Because she is a ranged character. A sword is a lot less good than a bow. We just didn't have a good bow. Yeah, plus 10% missile damage. pretty alright. We have... I can't get plus diplomatic relations with dwarves, can I? Nope. So entertainment buildings, ports, or industry. Let's take +3 income from all ports. Well done. We definitely cannot afford to spend money on that. Alright, sadly, we're just not ready. I know it feels like I'm delaying it a lot. But now we don't have anybody in Lothern, because I was trying to get some money, and it'll be soon. I just need some things to resolve a little bit. Alright, so the lizard men are headed over to Nagarond, hopefully to make life very difficult for the Dark Elves, which I am extremely down with. The Dark Elves are headed over to Lothern to make life difficult for the me, which I am slightly less down with. I have no idea if the Black Ark leaving is even meaningful. It's just going to sail back over next turn. Oh, this is new though, right? I don't think the Norskins had this settlement at the beginning of the video. So yeah, between the Norskins and the Lizardmen, we might be able to get some peace and quiet here. We have to deal with this army, but well, maybe never mind. These guys definitely seem to be headed toward us, and that's a lot of Blackguard. They headed to Toranrock again? Well, sure, that makes sense. It worked out so well for them last time. I think they're just fleeing the continent. Fine by me. Actually, them being here kind of helped us, because defeating them was worth a few thousand gold that we put to good use, and then also they made it easier for us to get Highvale back under control. So, Dark Elf Warriors, we salute you, but now please go away and never darken our doorstep again.
What would you have of me?
Right, so you need to get down here and prepare to defend us against this thing.
Asur Prince.
Should I just run him back to Lothern, or maybe like we should... Well, I'll go to Kalidor's Repose instead.
Prince.
Here, we're still behind some walls, but we're in a better position to respond to this. And start building up the walls here. And remember, we'll start making a pretty good amount of money as soon as we initiate the ritual. Plus, initiating the ritual just gives us 5,000 gold straight up. We haven't looked in a long time, but I assume public order is extremely good everywhere. Public order is just always negative here. -4 public order from buildings, really? Do I have minus public order buildings? I know we have minus public order from the climate. And that does not seem to be represented here. So I assume that's what the buildings thing is, and it says 4 for... I have no idea what reason.
Defender of the Asur.
So does... Kiriella probably doesn't even want to head back north. She probably goes inland.
Shall not rest.
We just want her to be able to respond to enemy units. Actually, it looks like she
If you will it.
might be able to hit this army.
Attack.
That would be cool. We could use a little burst of money we get from stealing their stuff. That's a good
The
dragon.
Khadai watch over us.
+4 leadership. I don't know. You guys.
For Asurian. Asur, rejoice.
Wow, remarkable losses
Need
actually.
prisoners.
She says we don't need prisoners, but I actually would really love it
Their
if
deaths are
these
necessary. Onward!
these missile cavalry could hit rank 7.
Princess of Ulthwan. We march on, entering the city. We stand ready for action.
Alright, so she'll rebuild in Tor Anrock.
Where now?
Alright, feeling pretty good. So, we have some money now. What do we want to do with it?
The Asa are ageless.
Wait, we have an undeveloped port in Tor Anrock, right? Okay, but maxing out a port's really expensive. So, I guess this is a time to start building up. Yeah, I suppose. And then maybe we bank the rest? This only increases our income by 50. It would take quite a while for it to pay off. We could do this. Put all our armies into mega replenishment mode. We probably want to wait until, like, right after the first battle following the ritual to do that, actually. So I guess for now, let's just hold the money so that we can afford to do that. So we have 5 full armies, each of them pretty large and pretty well outfitted. But I would expect probably like 8 to 12 stacks will get spawned when we hit the button, and then 10 turns later there will be another wave. Now, to be fair, a lot of those units will be Skaven, which are notoriously bad at auto-resolve, and so we can probably just auto-resolve our way out of a lot of those fights. Okay, seeing if Griefbringer actually went home, which I think speaks to the threat that they are perceiving from these lizard men. Very, very good for us. Alright. Although also maybe not, because this one's still headed for the sea. Yeah, I don't know. It's very difficult for me to read their intent. I guess we'll just deal. So unfortunately, I think this army is still, not going to be able to get particularly close to that Dark Elf stack. But maybe the thing to do here is to,
Your behest?
once again, employ ambush mode. I moved too far. Alright, well, let's just stand together then. Show these Dark Elves that we are not afraid. Probably it's not worth upgrading this. Trying to think, where do we need to spend money the most? We're not really making that much money from trade anymore, right? No, it's still fairly significant, actually. We do have salt. Alright. Our trade is 93.37. I'm going to hit this. Let's see what our trade value is next turn after we've added a bunch of barrels of a resource that we're trading. And I think we are probably just holding on to the money. Jeez. Guess we could level up Tempest. Not really a lot of super relevant things to do there. Yep, so Hexoatl's ritual has failed. If they initiate another ritual right away, they will actually still finish before we do. But they might have to wait a turn or two. They definitely still have 3 cities due to this region. Or actually, you know what? It's only the areas on our map that are red that are owned by them, aren't there? So they've actually lost a lot of stuff. Hold on, we'll have to investigate in a second here. I cannot tell what these Dark Elf armies are doing. Those guys look like they're headed for us. This is a kind of cowardice I cannot comprehend. We're off the boats, we're on the boats, we're not really going anywhere. I think these armies might be coming for us. They basically have to be, right? If we hit the ritual right now, we might be able to clean up the ritual armies before the Dark Elves get here, but we also might have the ritual armies spawn like on the east side of the continent, and then go on a rampage that we can't really afford to deal with because we can't devote armies to that side of the Empire. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. These Dark Elves are definitely making our lives more difficult than they need to be. Alright, real quick. What is the situation over here with Hexoatl? Tor Elisor is doing a pretty good job. Tlachtlan is owned by Dark Elves now. And I think Hexoatl maybe literally doesn't have 3 cities. No, they have 14. Where the heck are... Oh, that's right, they confederated the... Yeah, never mind. They'll be fine. These guys are doing well, but I don't know how well. I'm pretty sure that they used to own all this stuff. They're clearly not enough of a threat for the Dark Elves to have to devote all their armies to them, though.
Definitely not.
Yep, they're headed for the Salvation Isles, so...
Princess of Ulthwan.
You must also be headed for the Salvation Isles.
Taking up residence.
So we can take a move to Highvale, and then from Highvale to Salvation Isles next turn.
Defender of the Aesir. For the Phoenix King.
Highborn.
So we're not going to be able to get this attack this turn. You can see it's showing the red arrow.
Setting up garrison.
Aesir Princess. We shall not rest.
Right.
Assyrian
Honorail's going
riders.
to have to keep up her job of running back and forth over the coastline of our continent desperately. It's a shame, but I do think it's right. How close is the Griffin Gate to actually having... Oh, it's really, really far off of having the population necessary to do the thing. To upgrade. Well, we could do this. We'll have enough money afterward. Yeah, we could start on our forge with the hopes of getting to this extra local recruitment capacity. And we'll still have enough money to pop a ritual or pop a rite. Next turn if we need it. Actually, I guess we don't have to save up. The money from initiating the ritual is going to get us the rite. This is very annoying to me.
We will endure.
Can we start building walls? We can't. Honestly, that's probably more important than this. Let's get these walls going as quickly as possible. It is just non-stop with these dark elves. Yeah, I see why Hexawaddle's armies were drawn off, though. They have much more pressing concerns than me. I wonder if this is a thing that happens in everybody's Mortal Empires campaigns. Or rather, everybody's Vortex campaigns. This total, unchecked Dark Elf dominance. Because we've seen it twice now. And while 2 out of 2 is 100%, it's also, like, not really a statistically significant number. Okay. Maybe they're going to Tor... you know, they've targeted Tor Anrock in the past. I guess they think it looks weak. With 2 stacks, they would certainly be able to take it. The loss of Tor Anrock would hurt a lot, too. It's a lot of money. Fortunately, they shouldn't be able to just grab it. We have an army in the region. We can get down there and defend it. Oh, man, I extremely don't care about influence right now. Growth plus 10 in all provinces. Let's take public order, I guess. If I put her into... I was trying to see if we could get within reinforcement range, but go into ambush mode so that they would see Tor Anrock alone and would be more likely to attack it. They're not going to attack it with her alone there, or with her stack there, probably.
Time is of the essence.
It's...
Short-sighted.
Wow, this army has five dragons. 3 of them are flightless, but a flightless dragon, I think, still counts.
Prince.
Really just trying to bait the AI into attacking 2 stacks worth of troops.
Ready. Treading lightly. Phoenix King.
Right, who's this Miradrin? Right, you are renowned and feared already, so... What is... Oh, hold on. Miradrin's army is Silverhelms, Illyrian Reavers, and Phoenix Guard. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. Phoenix Guard upkeep is significant. Hate Dark Elves. I want to press the ritual button so badly, but I really don't think it's a good idea with all these stacks here. I wonder what it was in the AI's programming that caused them to stop caring about the Shrine of Cain after they'd been so obsessed with it. And now, like, all of their forces are focused on Tor Anrock. It could be that they, because they're no longer in the ritual game, they no longer value... I'll fall for it. Yes, they fell for it. Yeah, it could be because they're no longer in the ritual game, they no longer value the Waystones. But I'm pretty sure they were still focusing on it for a while after they'd gotten out of the ritual game, weren't they? I don't know.
My strength was rewarded.
Okay. A decisive victory there, and they have foolishly made the mistake of engaging siege on Tor Anrock, where we will be able to, I believe, just thoroughly obliterate them. Oh wow, the second army didn't come to their aid. That Tor Anrock's garrison plus that army is going to be a complete slaughter. Sorry, are going to completely slaughter these Dark Elves. First way I put that was a little ambiguous. Yeah, I don't know. This is a series of baffling tactical decisions that will lead to me being able to press that ritual button in a second here. So we're going to have to move Alistair back to Lothern. We'll crush this army, start heading poor NRL back to the south, and then we are ready. Yeah, this will be absolutely brutal.
Thank the gods.
Ooh, a Lore Master's Cloak. That's actually not that good. A lot of magic resist, which is probably the worst resist. We just don't take that much magic damage.
We stand ready for action. We march.
So back to the south with you.
Lord of the Phoenix Court.
Yep, definitely get that Sun Dragon. It's so weird that Lore Masters can't figure out how to ride a horse.
Ready to march. Never. At your service. Entering the garrison.
Okay. So we need his army to be back at full health, but we're pretty much ready. And now we have a bunch of money. What do we do with this large amount of cash? Upgrade the port at Tor Anrock, so it's 6480. It would take more than 10 turns. This could be like, what, 16 turns for this to pay off an extra 400 money per turn. We don't really need the growth. Maybe we're best off just holding it, honestly. What does this do? Oh. So plus 50% income from all buildings in this region. So it'll be 200 from here, plus 600 from here, plus a little bit more from other stuff. So that's actually, that pays off in fewer turns, despite that being so very expensive. And then it additionally, it'll get better as we build out more buildings and stuff. Yeah. Alright, let's do this. We can still do the port upgrade. Where else is stuff relevant? We need money for Highvale's walls in a second, but that's not very expensive. Maybe we just hold on to the rest? No, we're not really going to need that much money, though. Yeah, let's just upgrade the port. Okay. We could run the Invocation of Assyrian, couldn't we? It would give us a public order boost in all of our provinces. Right, so we could, like, cancel these constructions. Run the Rite of Assyrion. Yeah. And then just reinitiate those constructions at a lower cost. And that way, anyway, any other building we do in the next couple of turns will get a discount, and we didn't really spend any more money. Okay. So I'm not that worried about one Dark Elf stack on our shores. If we get back into position to run our ritual and everybody's in good health and stuff, I'll just hit the button. Let's see what these guys do, though. Maybe they'll turn around and go back to Tyrion Rock. Maybe they'll head to Val's Anvil. If they head to Val's Anvil, our poor patrolling princess might finally get to do some battle. White Peak, maybe? Yeah, I think White Peak might be their target. Alright, well, we're probably like 2 turns off of hitting the ritual button because Alistair's army needs to heal. So we can use those 2 turns to try to entrap Maledicta. Which we will do by using Kiriella and Anaril. We'll just slow walk and keep going into ambush mode at the end of every turn. I want them to go to Whitehall and settle it. And then we'll hit them there while they're replenishing. For minimum impact on our troop health. And also that'll mean we have that province again, which is cool.
Your word? It shall be done. Loyal servant.
See, I don't want to spook them.
Ready for orders.
We'll just put the big ass dragon in ambush mode. Shouldn't be a problem.
We lie in wait. Defender of the Asur.
And I don't want to actually... You know, we're within a normal move of White Peak. I'm just going to go into ambush mode right
We
here.
go.
Alright, so we have some... There's some building discounts. We should probably build at this time if we are ever going to.
The Asur bids you welcome.
Alright, so we gained like a little over 100 trade value from building the salt flats. That was worthwhile. Alright, so in 4 turns we'll be able to do this, which is nice. That'll put it probably right after the start of the ritual, when we need our casualty replenishment to go up. But do I want to just save up money? Because we want to be able to do that, but we also might have to hire more troops after a bunch of our troops die. So, yeah. For now, I'm gonna save up. Tyrion Rock can finish its big upgrades. Oh, Highvale needs walls. We do probably have to do that. Alright, let's see if our brilliant plan works here. Alright, actually, his army is remarkably healthy. Just traveling through friendly territory has been really good for them. Alright, yeah, if they go to White Peak and settle it, we are good to go. In fact, if they settle White Peak, we will be in the best position for dealing with oncoming ritual armies that we've been in a very long time, I think. We might want to move the mages to Tyrion Rock. Come on, go settle White Peak, you know you want to. Okay, that army's dead. That's fantastic. So I think this Black Ark is trying to get close enough to provide replenishment support to them.
I am Tyrion, champion of the Everqueen.
Still no. Oh, Gregor Solman has a full army again. Looks like they have most of a fleet over here, too. Alright, well, they might harass some Dark Elves for us. That would be cool. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty sanguine here. Feeling like we're gonna be able to get some stuff done. So let's go ahead and take out that army. Oh man, I just like there's no words for how little I care about influence right now. I guess public order -5 faction-wide doesn't really matter when we're about to gain public order from having the ritual running, and also we're plus public order right now from our thing. I definitely don't want to lose campaign movement range. Yeah, but I just don't care about influence.
Time is of the essence.
So, you guys
We march on.
march over to here. Actually, kind of looks like we don't have to be in march mode even. We can show up to this battle not even tired.
If you will it.
Yep.
Order! By the gods!
Enaril, are you still on foot? How did that happen? I'm going to give this dragon Strider. No, I'm not going to give this dragon Strider. I'm going to give this Strider to one of the units of Swordmasters, I guess? This makes flying enemies nearby. That's not good. This is good.
For
Okay.
Tyrion!
So we run these guys down with minimal losses. We occupied this. We get another terrible, terrible talisman. What is with these Dark Elves running around with just like the worst magic items imaginable? Alright, you're already renowned and feared. You definitely need a mount. Okay, there's a lot of good spells here. I like Dwellers Below a lot. And it's quite expensive. Lowering its cost is pretty nice.
Princess of Althra.
Okay,
What orders?
what do we want to do with Curiella?
We shall not rest.
We have no idea where the ritual armies are going to appear. I guess, like, having her sit in the Eagle Gate might be okay, except that it's pretty slow going to move out of a gate, but it does let her respond to either side of the mountain range. Yeah, you know what, let's have her head to the Eagle Gate. Need to rebuild White Peak. And maybe we just sit on the rest of this money? We have an open slot for a craftsman. These pay for themselves pretty quickly. I don't think I care about this enough to upgrade it. We should probably do that, though. What is Canthal's resource? Dyes. Do we have dyes right now? No, this is actually our only source of dyes. So let's pull the growth building. We'll build a dyes building here to go along with the craftsman next turn. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that right now. If I was going to upgrade a settlement, it would be this one. Yeah, that one I'll pay for, because Torivres, once we can build its, definitely extra tribute. Once we can build its unique building, it'll start producing crazy money again. Out of curiosity, is Tor Enrock producing more money? What is the actual name of this area? Tyrannock.
The Asa are ageless.
No, it is not producing nearly as much money as Lothern.
Ready to serve.
Your will is done.
Okay.
Stand ready for action.
This coming turn might be the turn. She's not actually at the Eagle Gate yet, but she doesn't really need to be. She can still go to the Eagle Gate if it makes sense, but with her not actually over there yet, if stuff is still on this side of the mountains, she can respond to it more quickly. The garrisons in our ritual settlements are present and healthy. I think we're about to press that button, and then, unfortunately, end the episode immediately afterward. But think of the suspense. And hopefully no more massive Dark Elf armies headed to our shores. Fingers crossed, everyone. Now, as far as I know, the way this works is we have to control all of the ritual cities at the end of the ritual. I think that it's okay to lose control of them as long as you get them back. That gives me hope. So we have to remember that as far as ritual defense goes, our armies are probably more important than most of our cities. Lothern is tremendously important as the source of a huge amount of our money and recruiting power. But even, honestly, like losing the White Tower or Gayan Vale wouldn't be that big of a deal, and we shouldn't allow an army to get completely wrecked. We shouldn't allow an army to get completely destroyed, rather, in defense of a non-critical city. I guess I should be fast-forwarding here. Oh, cool. Okay. Kiriella the Builder. Weapon damage plus 20 for all armies of all factions for the next 10 turns. I think we do it. Nobody's coming. We're reasonably defended. We finished walls in a lot of places. These armies aren't in perfect condition or a perfect position to defend Lothern, but we don't know that Lothern is where the enemies will spawn anyway. Yeah, let's do it.
The ritual is underway, my lord.
Yeah. Show me the
Be wary,
armies.
though, for while the vortex is weakened, the forces of chaos
Okay.
will slip into this world. Ready your defenses.
So wait, is this it for the first wave? It's just 5 Skaven armies? We're actually in a really good position to deal with that. Now, keep in mind, there will be more. More stuff's coming.
Defender of the Aster.
But, like, she should be able to
What would you
one-on-one
have of me?
any of these armies trivially. And her and Anaril together should be able to really, really do some damage.
We stand ready for action. For order!
These guys will run away? No, they will not run away. Okay, cool. Wow, Missile Cavalry really taking some damage there.
On my way. Duty calls.
This one is going to be a little harsher.
At them.
If we take it as a lightning strike with no reinforcements, we actually just completely crush them. I mean, to a certain extent, Skaven auto-resolve is broken, and Skaven units are tremendously undervalued. But also, this should go very well for us. Plague Monks and Clan Rats are not particularly good against arrow fire. They have a lot of leadership problems. Rat Ogres don't seem to be particularly good for anything. They certainly wouldn't charge Seaguard well. Yeah, I think honestly this is not a... It's worse than it should be for them, but it's not crazy that we would win that by a huge margin.
Victory for the Aster. Treading lightly.
So we're probably just going to lightning strike our way through their armies here. Let's see. This should be the next target.
Let's hear it.
We maybe want to let Anaril lead the charge now. She has lightning strike, right? Okay. Oh, she didn't have enough move. What do I want from you on a level up? You need 3 more points to hit that. And your army is pretty much just Sea Guard.
Asur, rejoice!
Well, we can make them better at melee combat. Yeah, alright.
To battle!
Alright. Our 2 armies versus their 3 armies should be
Kazai, watch over us!
a total slaughter. Poor Skaven.
Victory for Asurion!
Oof. A lot of losses. 927 High Elves slain.
My powers grow.
But all of their armies combined now probably
Setting
don't
off.
have enough strength to take down these 2 together.
I'm listening.
Oh, you're so close to immortality. Please, please don't die during this coming
Princess
turn.
of Ulthuan.
Alright, so you're out of move, and you're out of move. If I put them into March mode, they couldn't really get anywhere.
Princess of Ulthuan.
Are they within reinforcement range of each other? It's hard for me to tell. Here, we have a little bit of movement left. We'll step back here. I don't know, they might come after us. Because they do still have a full stack. We might lose these 2 armies. It's not impossible. Honestly, I bet they go to Highvale, though.
We have shaped this world.
Well, if we lose Highvale, we lose Highvale. We are now crazy rich, so I guess let's... much richer than I was expecting. I guess let's start building upgrades everywhere. Yeah, geez, those Skaven were carrying a lot of cash. See, if I went off to make war on Lothern, it'd be traveler's checks all the way. Yeah, may as well upkeep costs down. We ended up with way more money than I was expecting. We're at plus 29 public order here. I'm pretty sure that the last level of wall upgrade is actually a reduction in defensive power. There's not really that many places where we need upgrades. Oh, we can upgrade a port here. That'd be a good idea. Get that. Yeah, alright. Well, I think that's going to be it for us for today. Come back next time to see how these Skaven can get vengeance on us. Spoilers, not very well. I expect them to burn Highvale and then die in the fire. But things are going to get much harder, so come back next time to see how we fare with enemies beyond these Skaven. And we'll see you then.